drunk.
So what you are saying is that the reason why this particular individual and others were ill was not because anybody was sabotaging the traditional treatment, but it was because they had stopped their conventional medicines and they were taking this traditional medicine, which was not effective.
Amunte la kuno koto nyindiko ayolu bali tubabu boro lumilna idaltame minna nun kotoke birin yo boro tubabu boro lubula iduntate la boro luto ado atela boro lubulna femfen jara nyimmo lubala wala nata ke wallahu bata jawoti wanya atenata wala jube ako bualle batela jararo wala laftata la jararo tinyala fo ila miraro tata wala nyam
keta wala nyam.
That was what it was.
So indeed, it wasn't witches and wizards that were sabotaging Yaya Jammeh's treatment, but he himself was his own saboteur.
Amunta amanke ko bualle ba atela jara rotinya kan amunta ate fangla kolu Kenya wala musababoti menketa ala do ko nyintinya de wala keta ala nyin do ko la sai ko moti.
That's it.
What happened to these purported witches and wizards that were accused of eating those other people who were ill?
Sila teol mulu mulu tumbo nya kolu mubualleti mule nata kewella kato ayole tumiko wala lafta mudunu dumo la tabe men mujara kan sai wala ko nata la nyadile
Nata wol baile.
He drove them out. Some felt so sick there, they had no one to attend to them. No one visited them until their relatives had to come and take them away. Many other people died.
So you're saying that because these people had been branded witches and wizards, they were basically isolated and neglected as a form of punishment, and they suffered until they died.
umolu munate churiko mubualeti silanga natanya kasi wulula ye filije wonya ibuke topoto ibuka femfem keye amunta wala nataka dolu labata tambiroti hanfo dolu fata wala kono
akata wala nyama.
That's it.
Did you expect when you had come to the presidential treatment that you would be subjected to some form of witchcraft hunting activities?
Fo wato men atel bina jara rolla fo aleni mirala ko ni nyon ku faso be kelali la jele men sinake ni buano masata koti alla jara ro wuce kono fo aleni mirala nun janni ngal be dum jara ro nyon kono bak
No one thought of that.
What was the effect of this particular treatment on you?
Having
to drink and also inhale the kube jaro.
Birin aliyo jioming anin fanang ayo jambolu meneke dimbako no wasisio ka mulu sisindi wala nyin kufuno kafuru nyoma ay meneke dolula
aymo jamal bije hani imam fa bari yela jata kende amrundi ko makende ka.
Many people were there who did not die, but whose health condition deteriorated a lot after that.
And what kind of symptoms did they show, or what kind of illnesses did they have?
There are some who were asthma patients. Some also had blood vision. Before I could see clearly, but as of now, I cannot even put a string into the hole of the $2 needle.
Are you saying that the alternative treatment is responsible for your blood vision?
Amunda saying ila nyakuya wobori ni aniyo sisio menga lunta kono wala keta sababu otime nyakuya sabu itema
ntasi wala fono katonte wato mena be duna jente am problem so don balot ani fenkini am problem ani kring.
That is what I can say, because before I went there I had no problem at all in my body.
You also mentioned in your statement that some people were paralyzed.
Yenye mfela kumakan safari mfananko dolu bijele amunta ulu lamfuta le isu folu lamfuta
Yes. That happened, that some of them had to be taken home by their relatives, but some of them died.
But tell us how they came to be paralyzed. Were they paralyzed before they came for the treatment, or was it after they started the treatment that they were paralyzed?
Sai ni sufo lalam fo ka paralyze wo male nata je bang fo biri ni jararo biri dun tatela jararo kono lem wo ketela
ate men ka diamute akata mo nyame wol fanan tamata wala nyama fo je.
The one speaking now, the way the person works is how they worked on their own and got there.
So what caused their paralysis then subsequently when they went to Kanilai?
Amgo sila mbiri tata Kanilai muni nata kesababu te hanfo paralyzed ila isufulu la mfutawnya.
Ala biri mo bota Kanilai mo sata na jang keta si nyafula mo ya jira je mo sata na jang falang state house wana e board the same board kilin ndila fana si nyafula mo ba dila manke si nyakiri tete.
The bringing of the medicine was on 2 occasions, not once. Because when we left Kanilai and returned back to the Combo, there was another session at the State House.
My question was, what was responsible for the paralysis, in your view?
Amunta itela jeroto, kumune ya kende hanfo umulu lamfuta. Itela jeroto, hanfo paralyzed taonya. Ila miroto, mune yosab.
Ni boro ni kayani yalo ni sasa.
Well, is the medicine, this sickness paralyzes people, and you are not taking conventional medicine?
So apart from your health complications of being an HIV patient, you actually developed other complications from taking this medicine?
Amunta sasa tolu menketela wala mintiko HIV jankar keso bela babri nyim bori fasolu mino damuta menketa tela nyim boro luti kurandulu nata finti kotake meyo mulu muta ke batandi hanfo dolu paralyzed wala ko
keta wala nyam.
Yes, that was the way it was.
So your conditions in fact worsened?
Amunta sila Allah sasa fanga nata jawya kule.
Keta wala nyam.
That's it.
Were you cured by any of the medicine that Yaya Jammeh gave you for the AIDS treatment?
Silang Yaya Jammeh kataka AIDS boro lumudi for atem soton tali konole meni alon tonya inata kende yale ba.
Mteden mankende mulka fole don bari hani mo kini mankende mulka fole ikende ata pour mo esai.
Well, I have not been cured. People only make that statement. People will say that they are cured just in a bid to have the opportunity of going home.
And we will come to that later. But I also wanted to ask you, on your statement, you said that the effect of the drugs, the effect of having diarrhea, was so profuse that some of you were actually bleeding seriously. Can you confirm that statement and tell us how come?
Bari nyimbori mu amunta ayo kono bay jawdi mulu menula yenyim fo ela kuma kamoto kufang anata dolu batani la hanfo anata futa tembo to yelo kabo ikono me ya lonka keta dolu bata bate fo fanan sotontale
amuto yen to dol bi kono karkatore ke muta.
That is true.
Yes, that's true. Some even suffered from stomach pains, which really gave them serious problems.
So there was something in these medicines that was damaging their organs internally, making them bleed.
Amunta fenyin boro kono fenulu bije meni alonko aye ila kono fenulu tinyale hanfo ayasabu ika bondi balajato kono.
Yes.
And you have also said that those patients who developed serious complications were either abandoned, neglected, or driven away from the program, or their relatives were being asked to come and collect them.
Amunta infoko sasa munu batandije kende ke hanfo ikorita amunta labangola anya kasi wululale aye filije nyamo buketo boto hanfo labango munu nata ke wulu badino le wulita nan kane kamaje ke sayindi.
That's it.
So Yaya Jammeh was not able to find a remedy for those situations.
Amunta ya manna boruno sotonno pour ka mulu bondi wo mantoro kono memboyte kanje.
Ya Jammeh kadunje jewo ansudo kana je bar kan fin fay. Ya jame akamul batu state house le mo kata jere doron kata boro mi banni man taje.
Yeah, never.
Na mo visit Kanifing.
Yeah, I never went there. It was only Ansumana. But in Kanifing, it was at the State House where he used to wait for us.
What I'm saying is that those people that had serious conditions, Yaya Jammeh's treatment was not able to cure them.
Amanda ala kumo koto nyinta ba benyini kaka wala minti ko umolu menu batata wo sasa nate ibatandi je foy korita ya ala boro man kuno wul makota ka mejara.
Yes.
Can you estimate the number of people that died on the treatment?
For itela miroto ila hakil toto isa fono le mojel le fata ala o jararo kono ite bijetu momen.
Bijetu momen mo kono to be fata.
The time I was there, 9 people died.
And you have provided the names of those people on the protected information sheet, is that correct?
Amunda yo mol fonalu safele wo mo kononto wo kullo kaito bala fo akita wo lembal.
Yes.
And can you just tell us again what was responsible for their deaths?
Andu foisa fonyen kotake wo molu ila saya itela jero to mun ya sab.
It was the medicine they drank.
So in fact, Yaya Jammeh didn't take you to Kanilai to cure you, but to kill you.
Amunta mosafo loko Yaya Jammeh mali samba Kanilai pour katali jarade. Ali samba Kanilai jene kam pour katam mulu faje.
Well, that's the way I see things. When we used to go to the farms, we go to plant rice.
Can we just take that again? Are you saying, what are you trying to say?
Akono muruwo kambanga iba kata kampur kamune foteng.
Asa Kanilai mani tutuo.
We used to go to Kanilai to plant rice.
And mani nyo tia seno.
We also
go to the ground farm.
We went to Kanilai twice.
Mr. Chairman, sorry, Madam Witness. Can we just take maybe a 1-minute break for the witness to maybe drink some water? She looks like she's a bit exhausted. Just a little break, just for her to recuperate.
Munga sedo mbe minute danta daha tala puru abako ilafta bata mununale fo purisi jiota yeni mensi ila kulusolo ya midamandi.
Welcome back, Madam Witness.
Ibisimilah kota ke sedo.
Are you ready to proceed?
Yes.
If at any point you would like to take a break, just let us know, okay?
Yes.
You had started talking to us about being made to do certain activities whilst you were at Kanilai. Can you elaborate on that?
Ya da mutale ka fonyen ikalibula ko dolu menu la Kanilai ka kunu dolu kije laftale yelu senandi nyabang. Yes, she's ready.
Please go ahead and tell us.
Sa intenten wairi atelle ya ka fonye nimul la multi.
Kanilai data mena yalo mota to nje 1st August ma fa.
First, we went there in August.
December fana.
And in December too.
What I mean, I mentioned
at the time when the crops were ripe, we returned there. Some would go to cut the wenjo, which is the sorrel.
You're referring to participants of the program who had gone to actually get treatment from Yaya Jammeh. They would be made to work in the fields.
Amunta mulu mulu alonko itata je nyine kama purkata jara rola je. Amunta kaule samba balingo nya pureta du kola.
Those are the ones who would go. Some went to pick up cashews. Sometimes the planting of rice and groundnut. And the sorrel too, the wenjo, when it's brought, we are the ones who used to peel it off. We did all of those there.
So as patients who were admitted for medical treatment, you were being used for manual labor. Is that what you're saying?
Amunta mulu mulu nataje sasa to purkane jara je. Barisila inatalu telbula sembela du ko laje.
Delka do ko kele de hani kanela jang kani fim fay kudo anen kuda bede nati ni mole jenu labaw ni mol ka ñoo ko ci.
We used to work even while we were in canifing here. We used to pound.
We
pound couscous and we prepare the couscous. We also peel groundnut.
State House je molka dula dobi je molka ta je bana molka ta ñoo fewla je birin samanda mol tara je for 5 mole boromi.
Even at the State House, there's a particular place where we used to go and winnow coos, and we used to stay there until our time reaches for us to go and take our medicine. Winnow, and the men will put the coos into the sacks and tie them up. We did all of that there. All of us who went for the treatment. Personally, I used to have problems there, time to time. Because sometimes when they asked me to work, I used to refuse. So they will tell me, if Yaya Jammeh releases you, no one will take you to come here to work. I said I am not interested in the work. I did not come here for work. I came here to be treated.
And did you consent or did you volunteer? I mean, well, that's very obvious through your answer, but what about the others?
Ning akanyin kamina ko fo nyin doko adiate famole barabito ako senyata ko kulo memman dia ite famay bari dolu dum ni menu bu kanje fo ila milaro to adiata ul fanale ne ba
o ngamira idata alonte wato fita fo lunkile nyo na den te ngana nyo tan ko mbakela ngake mayne studio kay ko alanta de na ngasa ma machingoto.
I think they probably are used to it, because there was this day that they gave me my share of the course, and I put it in a bucket of the one containing the mayonnaise, and I wanted to take it to the machine to be pounded. So they asked me, are you better than the rest of us? We are using our hands to pound.
Even though there was a machine readily available, you had to do the manual work.
Hanna machine be kairinje num bitun silanga munta alka do ko nyin kali sembolela.
Ko nyoko chenka tu nga sama nga futo tabije.
We will wet the couscous, pound it, and we cooked the couscous from it.
Can you tell us initially whether or not you had made any payment for this program? Did you pay to get treated by Yaya Jammeh?
Fodu fana allani njara ro aliyefemme jo ban ka jo priya Jammeh alijara.
Ntel man fenjoje bari dolbi je wolka nanu jele tel ka wata ni motara no board mi wala je mon ka bitman dolbi je wolka na je aline pajero wolka na board mi wala.
We did not pay anything, but when we were there, we used to see some big men who were driving in their Pajeros, who also came in to take the medicine.
So the medication was supposed to be free, but it really wasn't free, right? Because you actually had to pay for it through your labor.
Amunda boroni alimanya na fenjo la kuna. Bari ni ajube karado fana ko mun kan yonya aliyal sembole boy pour ka do ko luke.
That's what I think.
And did you do any activities in relation to the security forces that were guarding you?
Fodum fali kudo le funalo tamandi kantarla la karola wala kata sojarolti meni alonko ibali kanta kanje fali se kuta mandu bensi ke wul fanali mako irtibang
awol mako fo wol kantel mako
ani fali do kule kije men se ke kuti alba men ke ka wala security ulti menu bali kunnaje
wala sirin jere don tel kata bi do kem faye tel tete wato le kene kumande ya fo asa momo eta banta o yelati onate ya jumeje.
If it is the time for the harvest of the groundnut, they will come and call out everyone to go out. Or if you stayed, they will go and bring your own share of the groundnut to where you are.
And these groundnuts, who did they belong to and who benefited from the harvest?
Jumale tamu tiolti aminga alkaudo ko ke menke onya alkake jumale tamu tiyo nyinti.
Kana de ni moto ni pa mon pata yake boto ko ya send state house.
They used to put them in bags, and then the vehicle will bring them when we are done to the state house.
So apart from preparing your own meals, you were actually also working for Yaya Jammeh's benefit.
Amunda hana manke nyindam manti puru alifon le kala tabiroke. Amunda albo do ko mun funal ke kan nyal ba ke kan Yaya Jammeh.
De kato ko Yaya Jammeh di.
Yes, we worked for Yaya Jammeh.
Okay, ni ko biri ko mo le sai kai mbeke ndara mo manyi nin karo ke je ho.
That was why when we were told to go home, all of us were as if we were healed. No one asked any questions.
Because you were in a hurry to go. Did he pay for that labor?
Allah ta mun ta biri ka le sai albe hawjato tata ka to lafta bola jele drum bari fodum ay fenne di Allah kali jo aliyo do ko men ka te yonya.
Maybe those who are there, but I did not see anything.
You had earlier told us that the security forces were there to make sure that no one leaves. Did this continue? Were you allowed to leave at any point during the program?
Enen foko kantarlal tarta jele security lu puru no kana boje kafinti silandu fo o lataro wiche kono o so akonte to woni nyama bangi buka so puru mo boje kata
akonte do woni nyama bari bidin atata fameta bidin mo do yalon ko bidin ko you are undetectable mo jamal bidje wor yalon ko man kende abay wor saytale.
It continued like that to the end, but after it took a long time. There was a time that some people were declared undetectable, but they knew that they were not well.
But still they decided to leave because they were frustrated anyway.
Those were not Gambians, people from Guinea-Bissau, Senegalese. They went home, but for those of us who are natives of this place, you know, we couldn't have gone anywhere.
Why is that the case?
But for us, the soldiers know us. But for the others, it's possible that they bribed the paramilitary.
And when were you eventually released?
Silang wati jumala nata soto ya telbula watu omeng.
Bring ala kulio fenke Mohammed Jammeh la kulilo.
I think it was the naming ceremony of Mohammed Jammeh.
Who is Mohammed Jammeh?
Walo Mohammed Jammeh.
Jammeh la dingo.
Yeah, Jammeh's son.
All right. So your release coincided with the naming ceremony of Mohammed Jammeh. Is that what you're saying?
Amunda selebe fokanko ila telubulo uli Mohammed Jammeh la kulio le kanyanda.
Bidin kulio nyen tamit lo asobi kuntu asobi di antenyi manyo wole nata asobi di telbela.
Yes, it was shortly after the naming ceremony. They decided to bring an ashobi, which Auntie Nima brought for all of us.
Please tell us what happened.
Bidin sila afonye atendeo afonye bidin wolu nati yo asobi nati yo bekola mune natake.
So when they call your name, they will tell you now you are cured. And they said that they were going to host a party for us at Kanilai. But I did not wait for that party myself.
So this was the passing out ceremony.
Yes.
And from what you have said, because of the number of people that had died and those who had been driven away, it was not the same number that came in that actually passed out, right?
Amunta koya fanyamin dolu meni alonko ayebay anin dolu meni alonko sasaye batandije ay nya kasila ila mul nate kamma anin atelu meni alonko labanta je natali bula amunta mol man janjanje nyola.
Ani.
Yes.
We actually have a video of that passing out ceremony, and we would like to play that video again. I must give out the warning for the crew in here, the camera crew, not to televise the video or actually show the sound.
Our video bijal me ya lonko wala keta wo janjal lumoti dumon albula kali janjal prali sai bari a video nyanga laftani kibaro dila kibar talal min camera tiol la menu bijang video nyin anen akuma kano mo kana fintindi jang hani kalimo mo kana fintindi nyimbungo no katu kullolem.
Okay. We would like you, Madam Witness, just to identify yourself and perhaps those that you know with the assistance of PSS.
Sai mbelafila sedo isa jube ni fango jeje video kono isa itandiko ite fango lo munyinti bitu membe dala je menke makoy wala makoy ro kan obe makoy no le pour yo ke pour ka jube ni fango je pour isa itandi mol.
Okay.
Counsel, you're not asking the witness to identify herself, but just to recognize herself.
I was going to ask her to do so for the commission. I know the video is not actually going public.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Witness. We showed a short video where you were able to identify your passing out ceremony. Is that correct?
Yes.
Inimbara bake sedo nganyi video suto jube puru isaita ndine numfo ifanga fana mabeta nyimbengotole.
Can you confirm, please?
Satonya yandi banko mabeta jele fema mabe ila microphone mala.
Mabeta.
I was present.
Can you tell us what was said during that passing out ceremony to you?
Afanye o janjandiro be kala lumme yemune fem kuma fo aliye iteye.
In relation to the HIV treatment that you had undergone for the past 6 months.
Mentilinta ila o jara rola nyin HIV jankar kesolo pour que jara men ya lonko aliye kari woro ka ko laje.
That we were cured and that we were undetectable.
Do you know what that meant, undetectable?
For kotolo me ka for undetectable.
Said that we were cured now.
That you had been cured of the AIDS virus.
Amunda wala minti nyin jankaro like sasa nyin akenda yatale.
Yes.
And that was not only said to you, but to all the other participants who passed out on that day.
Munta imam foyte dammayede mun be jara rola wulu mun be sayta wulu na munta yokuma kilimo fo be.
Yes.
And was this the case? Was it the case that you had indeed been cured of AIDS at that point?
Andun tonya fodum we atalete kende ataba no mun be janjanta je wulu al kende atalaba.
Oh, momo be kolonto improve size wo kono.
I told you, everyone was hurrying to get back home.
Because everybody was in a hurry to go home. Even going to Kanilai, I said no, I am going home because everybody was in a hurry to leave that place. Some went to Kanilai.
Had you been cured or not? I just wanted you to confirm that.
Niara mboto nje sita te watra sa money tanale.
If I told the way that I left that place, I was just sitting down like that, I would have not been alive today.
Birin satan and sasa telefo.
Because when I came home, I got so sick,
Muta loptano.
I returned back to the hospital.
Tumolong lota AR vital.
Then I started taking the ARV.
And what is the ARV?
ARV do wo mum borleti.
Ina mboro de meyalon ko aka HIV nya kala sembor jindi.
This is the medicine which reduces the power of the HIV.
And is that the antiretroviral drugs?
Amunta wala ikafama antiretroviral drugs ARV. Amunta wala mo boroti.
Ah wala.
That is it.
So indeed it had been confirmed at the hospital that you still had the HIV virus and you had not been cured.
Amunta bre muruta leptano to inata tonya yandiko. Ni aje yin borolu dile la iman kende ya jankaro nyin hanin dia belal.
Ah tonyalo.
That is true.
And the ARV drugs, were you taking them before you started Jammeh's treatment?
Yin ARV borolu ibe min kanne num bang janne jammela wo jararo damuta.
Ani.
No.
Mam boro me for septrin.
At that time, I was not taking any other medicine except Septrin.
So was antiretroviral drugs a stronger medication than Septrin?
Amunta ni ARV borolu antiretroviral borolu wala sembo warta septrin tumo tumo.
Ah.
Yes.
So which means that you came out in a worse condition than you went in.
Amunta wato sai ite be fintila tumo me wato lem ila sasa ni jawyata katambi wato la ibe dum je tumo me.
Otomelembe dunkan dakan loptan do no viral roto seleta bakel.
That time that I was going to the hospital, my viral load was high.
Which means that you were healthy.
Wala munyinti ko foloto no tumo ibe kende ari nemu.
Utuma kan be mankende an konna viral roto senketa wata labata bakisa.
That time I was not well. That time I was weak.
That's the time when she returned to the hospital.
All right, okay. That was after Yaya Jammeh's treatment.
Yaya Jammeh jararo kolaleti.
Ah.
Yes.
You were in a worse condition.
Amunda utumo sasa nyimfo jawyata.
Ah.
Yes.
Can you tell us what impact, if any, this whole treatment has had on your life, especially in relation to the time frame which you spent at the hospital? Initially, you told us that you were told it would take 2 weeks to cure you, and you ended up spending 6 months there. What was the impact on your home of that?
Nyin ko nyin ay muno ko sabu ma amumobe ila hadamayat wairi albadu na jaro roko tumono na yefale luptano roko lokum fula wiche albole kala je albe kende ala bari sila alnata duma kono alnata muno kije kari woro albe jaral kirwala je so sila ngobe ko la anali mun be takije anata muno sabu itema ila hadamayato ila suoko
Hadamayato bata anisha ikomo
Suffering and retardation.
Those water men and Tetari Johnny Bedan but Natara Bedun Diamond Kodatu in Bondi Yefa.
Because when I went for the treatment, by the time I returned, the owner of the compound, that is the landlord, evicted us.
Kunkema ko alpha itela muso positive tele etebet kodakon fumpina kodakon.
The landlord said to my husband, behold, your wife is positive and you are quiet about it and you are sitting inside my house.
Ina jindinio janja.
My children were dispersed.
Tata je birin saitana.
When I returned,
New bata.
I encountered a lot of hardship. Each time I look for a new accommodation, we will stay there only for a short while. And then I will have a problem and I will be evicted.
Because ni tata jang mentare la fansu ta be luaso na problème ni karo fata kai isa sa nyaaw nyaay bu ka foy ko kale mankende.
You know, here in Combo, once you are not in your own personal compound and are living in people's compound, no matter how sick you are, when the month ends, they will excuse you on the basis of your sickness. What you could say is that you will not cook your own food, but you cannot say that you will not pay the rent. Up till date, that is the situation that I find myself in.
And what about your children? Was there any particular impact apart from being evicted from the house? Was there any impact on their education, for example?
Ila dinulu ya nalo janjandi wonya ay mun kule sabulu ma misal kamma bila karamo anin ila balunya ay mun mantora le sabulu ma
dinno batata fo la karamo beti nyata dindin flo ke ba na bele karamo e karamo bulale.
The children suffered a lot to the extent that they could not pursue their education anymore. In fact, the older child had to drop out of school. The younger ones, the two of them that are with me, are the ones that are now going to school.
They are the children I am now having. My younger sister also passed away and her children are also left with me. Now, apart from my children, I have my younger sister's children too, who passed away. I have 5 children now, whom I am taking care of.
How did the treatment affect your source of income?
Without
mentioning what exactly it is that you do.
Bari ikam soto ke ko mento no ila soto aya Kenya dile.
So men no kunum bimano.
Well, today what I was able to do yesterday, I am not able to do it today.
Say mama kende ite ba fam force no. Do ko do be ni kom kamen skenu first time ni kom bagal dolong. 1 week do ni nje baro be nka sasale.
There are some types of work which, if I want to force myself to do them, just after 1 week, if you look at me, you will see that I am sickly. Up till now, I do petty trading here and there.
Is there any other thing you would like to tell us, like perhaps what stigma you have suffered as a result of your disease?
Fo kudo bije le bela fila kama mfanye misali kama tesiro molu ke chodi ka fo betenne fo ufana mu kuliti menkete la bang.
Ila no sai ile kende ari ila badon me that time to the second one isa ile badon te time to the mo me yalon ko isa tata imela dimo hati. Yalo ite tano la ya fo ko ma ko teninte.
Well, you know now, even when you are sick, your relatives don't even care about you, much more when you are ill. And in fact, people who have not assisted your children while you are sick, you will not find it easy to go back to the same people and ask them for assistance. This is the way things are.
Are you saying that you're not able to get support even from your own family because of the stigma that is attached to your disease?
Amunta be no fokanko hani fongo badingulu imam pare imako ila kafo katu yete siro mentilila fo abewo nyale ba walanna imam mako soto fongo badingulu bulu.
Ma je membe mako rajek.
I see no one there who will help me.
Do you get any other support from any support groups or organizations?
Fo ibuka mako soto kafu bulu wala karawo karala meni alonko isimako iro dino itela.
No, except the group that I am in, Santa Yala, and I have not gotten any support from it yet.
Provide any psychosocial support, for example?
Misali kam kafo ke makoi ke sondomo ka diamu ye diamu ni meni alonko isi silo limfero litani la ke yamari fo odun hanimbi ibuka fananke yebang.
Ando yale ni lafta data wa dobi ni tiji ta so ko ntendo na hakilo ka fenkele wato bi je nka wulkan long wato mena sante yale be keka mon kata je mitinola nkata je ni sita je hakilo si siri wala fi sata itara siri na so ko ndo be mirala.
Yes, at the time when Santa Yala was operational, we used to go there for meetings, and it is better to go there because when you go there, your mind is at ease. It's much better than you sitting in your house and keep thinking to yourself.
Apart from that, did you receive any kind of material assistance through Santa Yala from any other organizations?
Ube kola fodum Santa Yala mune mako irdile le bang mense ke fenti si menchi kaya dila wala kafukota lumuni yala nko bekering.
No.
Thank you very much, Madam Witness. If you don't have anything else to say, this would be the end of your testimony, and I will hand it over to the chairman now, who may want to ask the commissioners to ask you any questions.
Inum barabake sedo atila nyinin karo abadan na janni natra misal kama kumate sondo mo kono bela fla may yitanila sayin abe ko sawndila ka di siranti wala anin commissionalu fo mo sitawul kono membe la fla nyinin kala.
You will also be given an opportunity for any final remarks you may have at the end.
Alu no be botala ibe silo dile fananale pour ni lafte la kumo kumfala kumakana membe sondo mo kono fanansi kumo lufo.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. That's the end of the testimony for the witness.
Thank you very much, Counsel, and thank you, Madam Witness, for your testimony.
Chairman, ako ay council numbara wakola abeta fana numbara la ite sedo puru wakilo menta kana sede yaro la jang.
On behalf of the Commission, I'm truly sorry you had to endure such massive abuse of your human rights during the JAME treatment period.
Commission toyala abe hakedani la ye haketu idunta yimporo menkono me ya lonko president kata kajara role ke inatana dum manpora kono je me ya lonko me yilama akabe bituma be dani la ye haketu umukuleti me ya lonko akete mantora bati.
Every human right abuse and violation one can imagine occurred during that period.
Mosi mira wo kenyonya din hadama ya nyenta tinya afaso wo faso kamodo ya afaso wo faso ketale wo wiche kono atel dunta men kono.
We thank you very much for coming to testify.
Ko to be mumbara la yo wakilo menta pour kana sede yaro la jang.
Commissioners, if you have any questions, please indicate. Commissioner Kinte, please.
Commissioner Kinte, wala lafte nyinin kala.
Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikum salam.
Benna ni ko aitan la bake ekole ko men soto ine moñolu jara lokon.
I want to express my displeasure for the hardships that you encountered, you and your colleagues, during the course of the treatment.
Fenkilim ponye ko ina manambo jaral dula fa yatara yeke bay albesu men kono yatara saunda dula do.
You said one thing here, that before you left the treatment center, you found that your husband was evicted from the house that you lived with. And from that time up to now, you are constantly relocating from one place to the other. You have your own children with you. Apart from the 2 children that you have, there are other children that are under your custody.
Lafta menyin kala wala mo fo ike madum ani abekele hani bibang anim fo afonam a tekatara munela pour que bulu fasa fondu ike teje akole abe warale ngo nyamal.
I want to ask about your husband, whether he is still around and what is he up to. Is he able to assist you, or is his absence the reason why you are encountering this much trouble?
My
husband is not very well. I am the one that works out things. And a woman, it gets to a stage whereby when you have a family with a man, sickness should not be the cause of your separation.
So what
you are saying is that your husband is sick and that load is coupled with the hardships that you are already undergoing. That is what is on the ground. May God bless us all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bishop, you have the floor, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman. Madam Witness, did I hear you right? That after the massage
ni ali nyabu fuka pare
you were in that state for 3 months without taking bath.
al tarta wala nyama atata fo kari saba alimeku
buke ku safu buke ku na mange masajo de ka fo ko
If there are no other questions, Madam Witness, if you have any.
silang commissioner mon commissioner be yinin kala menna science me commissioner lafte la kacha kum fala menna ifta financier yitandi mulu la commissioner to jansai
ntelefta pour kana condition on fale do
I just want to reveal my condition to you,
aya mo nyamen do
just as you have heard.
num to membe tiring imantara we ba testes kan sa intera sirinte imantara testes imantara fen
What you used to do before, you are unable to do so. Today you are just sitting down, doing nothing.
ani ato santo to lo ibe senon kala bari komboja
If this,
kata marché otole
if this was in the provinces, you could possibly get engaged in farming. But here in the Combos, everyone goes to the market.
amuna problem
That is my problem.
Thank you very much, Madam Witness, and thanks again for coming to testify before the Commission.
chairman ko inumbara bake sedo inumbara kotake isonta purkana sede yaro la commission nyati limula
We will now take a lunch break and then come back at 2:30.
sai mbita da hala
No, we're coming back in a different situation. Yeah. Fine. We'll take a 1-hour break and we will see you shortly. I mean, after that. Thank you very much. Meeting is adjourned for the lunch break.
All for free. That's not all. For a monthly subscription of $510, you get 60 international channels from your favorite football leagues, news, African movies, telenovelas, cartoons, and much more. Get the decoder for $2,040, which comes with free installation, 24/7 customer and technical support all year round, and 1 month free subscription for only $510 thereafter. Get the decoder at XCAF Gambia, located at Hendon Court Building, former Dream Park, Senegambia, or through approved dealers. For more info, call 446-1060 or 446-1061. The world is at your fingertips with the XCAF DT.
Supersonic's money transfer is giving you an unbeatable offer this Tobaski. Your family and friends can now send you monies from the whole of Europe, US, Canada, and Switzerland for absolutely free. Yes! This Tobaski, enjoy our safe, fast, reliable, and convenient money transfer service with the largest payout network in the Gambia at zero transfer charges. So your family and friends wouldn't have to worry about transfer charges when sending you monies from Europe, USA, Canada, and Switzerland this Tobaski. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics. Support your own. Tobaski just got better with Supersonics.